In the bustling marketplace of Athens, surrounded by the cacophony of merchants and the mingling aromas of spices and perfumes, Zeno of Citium wandered, lost in thought. His tall, lean figure moved gracefully through the throng, his weathered face a testament to years spent at sea. His ship, laden with precious goods, had recently succumbed to a violent storm, leaving him with nothing but the clothes on his back and the few drachmas in his pouch. The loss was devastating, but it was also the beginning of a journey that would change not just his life, but the lives of countless others. Zeno had always been a seeker of wisdom, influenced by his father's love of philosophy. After the shipwreck, he found himself drawn to the philosophical heart of Athens, where he stumbled upon a bookstore. He picked up a book by Xenophon about Socrates and was so captivated that he asked the bookseller where he could find men like Socrates. The bookseller, with a knowing smile, directed him to Crates of Thebes, a prominent Cynic philosopher. Zeno approached Crates, initially hesitant, but soon found himself deeply engaged in conversation. Crates' lifestyle of radical simplicity and his disdain for material wealth struck a chord with Zeno, who had just experienced the futility of such pursuits firsthand. Crates taught Zeno the Cynic principles, emphasizing virtue, self-sufficiency, and living in accordance with nature. Zeno embraced these teachings, but he felt that cynicism was too extreme and lacked the systematic approach he sought. He wanted a philosophy that provided a structured path to virtue, one that could be lived by ordinary people in their everyday lives. Zeno began to gather followers and discuss his ideas in the Stoipoikil, the painted porch, which gave his school of thought its name, Stoicism. The Stoics believed that the universe was governed by a rational and providential order, and that the path to happiness lay in accepting this order and living in accordance with nature. They taught that virtue was the only true good, and that external goods like wealth, health, and reputation were indifferent, neither good nor bad in themselves, but only to be pursued insofar as they were in accordance with virtue. One of Zeno's key innovations was his concept of the logoi spermatikoi, or seeds of reason. He believed that every human being possessed a fragment of the divine reason, logos, that pervaded the universe, and that by cultivating this rational aspect, one could achieve wisdom and tranquility. Zeno's teachings emphasized practical wisdom and the development of personal resilience. He taught that one should cultivate four cardinal virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Wisdom was the knowledge of what is good and bad and what is neither. Courage was the ability to face fear and adversity with a steady mind. Justice was the practice of fairness and treating others as one would wish to be treated. Temperance was self-control and moderation in all things. Zeno's followers practiced daily exercises to strengthen their character, such as premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils, where they would contemplate potential misfortunes to prepare themselves emotionally. They also practiced self-reflection, journaling about their actions and thoughts to identify areas for improvement. Despite the wisdom of his teachings, Zeno faced many challenges. His ideas were often misunderstood and ridiculed by other philosophers. The Stoic emphasis on accepting fate was seen by some as a form of fatalism, while others criticized their indifference to external goods as unrealistic. Yet, Zeno's charisma and the practical nature of his philosophy attracted a diverse following, from slaves to statesmen. One of his most notable students was Cleanthes, who would succeed him as the head of the Stoic school. Cleanthes was a model of persistence and hard work, embodying the Stoic virtues in his own life. Zeno's philosophy also gained recognition from the wider public when he refused a gift from the king of Macedonia, demonstrating his commitment to living simply and virtuously. His integrity and consistency earned him respect and admiration, and his school continued to grow. Zeno lived to a ripe old age, continuing to teach and write until his death. His impact on philosophy was profound, laying the foundations for a school of thought that would influence generations. His teachings were carried on by his successors, Cleanthes and Chrysippus, who further developed and systematized Stoicism. Stoicism would go on to have a significant influence on Roman philosophers like Seneca, Epictetus, and the Emperor Marcus Aurelius, who found in it a guide to personal resilience and ethical living amidst the complexities of political life. The Stoic emphasis on rationality, self-control, and virtue resonated deeply with the Roman ethos and has continued to be relevant throughout history. In modern times, Stoicism has experienced a resurgence, particularly in the context of self-help and leadership. The challenges of contemporary life, stress, uncertainty, and the pursuit of success, have led many to seek solace and guidance in Stoic principles. The writings of ancient Stoics have found new audiences, and modern interpreters have adapted Stoic practices to contemporary needs. The essence of Zeno's teachings, that true happiness comes from living a life of virtue in accordance with nature, remains as compelling today as it was in ancient Athens. His legacy endures in the lives of those who strive to cultivate wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance in their own journeys. On a crisp morning, Zeno walked through the Agora, the marketplace where he had first wandered after the shipwreck. The city was waking up, vendors setting up their stalls, and the aroma of fresh bread mingling with the sea breeze. Zeno reflected on his journey, the hardships, the learnings, and the growth. He had lost everything once, but in that loss, he had found a path to something far more valuable, wisdom and peace of mind. As he walked, he encountered a young man, disheveled and weary, looking much like Zeno had years ago. The young man, noticing Zeno's calm demeanor, asked for guidance. Zeno smiled, recognizing in this stranger the same thirst for wisdom that had driven him. He took the young man under his wing, ready to pass on the teachings that had transformed his life. Zeno's journey was a testament to the power of philosophy to guide one through the tempests of life. It was a journey of resilience, wisdom, and an unwavering commitment to living in harmony with nature. And so, the tale of Zeno, the founder of Stoicism, continued to inspire, a beacon of hope and strength for all who sought a life of virtue. The teachings of Zeno and the Stoics have transcended time and culture, proving their universal appeal. The principles of Stoicism, understanding what is within our control and what is not, accepting the natural order, and striving for virtue, offer a profound guide for living a meaningful life. In a world often dominated by the pursuit of external success and transient pleasures, Zeno's message remains a powerful reminder of the importance of inner tranquility and moral integrity. His legacy endures in the countless individuals who, through the centuries, have turned to Stoicism for wisdom and strength. As we navigate the complexities of our own lives, the story of Zeno and his philosophical journey continues to offer a timeless map, guiding us toward a life of virtue and resilience, anchored in the unwavering pursuit of wisdom.